we both bonded over the idea of curating exhibitions in alternative types of spaces. Of course, too, bringing in the terroir concept in this area of Burgundy, where the wine, it's its own art form, truly. So we drew so many parallels immediately between the process of winemaking and that of creating art.
For almost a decade, I was living here and doing my projects that had to do with art elsewhere. And it felt a bit of a shame because I care so deeply about my own community here. And I know that there's a real curiosity here locally with the winemakers and the proprietors of some of these spaces that we've exhibited within this year and last year to have this kind of exchange. And, people go from Burgundy maybe to Paris or to Basel, which is not far. But there hasn't been much happening here with regards to international art in exchange.
The notion of terroir for me is 3 points. One is a place in particular, the climate that lean on that place, and the savoir-faire that human beings brings to work the land. And in that sense, I felt that in my practice of painting, it is also a question of surface, technique, process, to make a surface emerge from different technique. So I believe there was a link between the winemakers and in a way the craft of painting, the technique in painting.
In total, it's about 50 artists, and everything from emerging to established artworks or artists from different places around the world, speaking with different galleries and seeing, if artists that we're interested in are excited about the concept of terroir. Already there's artists that it just naturally makes sense to be part of the show. In particularly, Emmanuel Rosso is a local artist who creates these textile works. She, works outside these open-air diary pieces, experimenting with both tradition and new techniques of dyeing. And it's tied to the region itself, and that we're able to place in the buildings, and that's something really exciting to us.
J'ai passé mon enfance et mon adolescence ici, donc j'ai beaucoup de souvenirs. J'ai essayé de faire ressurgir beaucoup de souvenirs, justement des vignes, et aussi, il n'y a pas seulement le vin en Bourgogne, il y a aussi toute l'architecture romane, et ma mère m'emmenait beaucoup visiter toutes les églises, et je trouve que c'est vraiment un patrimoine très très riche. Et j'ai créé donc 3 peintures spécifiquement pour cette exposition qui s'appelle Terrestre. Et donc on a mis en dialogue ces 3 peintures avec un tissu monumental qui fait 8 mètres et qui s'appelle Rhizome.
I was very drawn to the idea of heritage architecture being a space for the artwork, and I thought that having this special, unique, rich history as well would very much kind of heighten the experience, the elemental and atmospheric experience of my paintings. It's a triptych and it's titled Terrestrial Dust. I was very much inspired by the idea of the blue hour, this really special quality of light that happens just before sunrise and just after sunset. It's fleeting, it's elusive, it's magical, and I wanted to connect to that sense of place over here as well that's very much in touch with the rhythms of nature.